Hey there, YouTube. It's your boy, tattooedbert, coming at you with another little post-Irma vlog, if you will. For those of you that still don't know, I do live in Florida, and last week we did have a little storm, if you will. We had a hurricane come through, Hurricane Irma, and it blew right up the west coast. Thankfully, I live on the east coast of Florida. But we did get a lot of wind and a lot of rain from it. And there was a lot of power outages. I think they said there was something like over 1 million people without power. Excuse me. And as far as I know right now, there's still quite a few people right now without power in the state of Florida. I was very, very lucky to get power back as quick as I did and get my internet and everything else back so I can make this video. But there are still a lot of people without power. They still have not come by and to pick up branches or anything that blew out of trees or anything like that, so I still have a big pile of branches down in my yard out by the street to be picked up yet. But thankfully, knock on wood here, that was about the extent of the damage that I had here, was the branches coming down, the tree branches coming down. And we did have a little bit of an issue with our patio leaking a little bit, so I'm more likely going to have to get up on the roof and fix the top of the patio and everything else. But thankfully nothing major severely happened. But I did end up coming down, I guess, with a little bit of a chest or head cold as well. I've been kind of battling that, but thankfully, like I said, everything else besides that is doing very well. But I want everybody to think of the people down in the Keys, especially in Key West. They were recently, and what I mean by recently, at the time of recording of this video, yesterday was the first time that people were allowed back into their houses, back into the Keys, to go back to their houses after pretty much the Keys were destroyed by Irma. They definitely took the brunt of the storm. But, I do feel bad for them. I feel bad for everybody right now that still does not have power at the time of my recording this video here. For those of you that don't know, right now in Florida, the temperatures have been in the low to mid 90s during the day. So everybody that does not have power or AC, they're definitely suffering. It's not easy. Believe me, I understand. Our air conditioner went out on us a week before Irma hit. We got it replaced about 2 days or so before Irma hit. And for that entire time, it was over 90 degrees here in my house. It got to the point where I had to take my mother to the hospital. She ended up getting pneumonia. And during the day before Irma hit, the hospital she was in was evacuated. And she was actually discharged and moved to a rehab type facility to undergo strength rehab, to get strength back in her legs and everything, so she can be more balanced and everything else, so she won't fall as much here at the house, which is definitely a good thing. She is currently still there, but they got power back the next day, they were not without power, thankfully, for that long, so it wasn't too bad there. As a matter of fact, I've been kind of going over there to make sure she's taken care of, to make sure that, she's well fed, she's being fed the right diet, that she's on a diabetic and a renal diet. So there's certain things she cannot have. I make sure that she doesn't get those things in her meals. And I also just, make sure that if she needs something, I get it for her. If she needs laundry done, I do it for her and everything else. Basically, I take care of her. And I also help out some other patients that live in that stay in that facility. It is like, what's the best way I can describe it for those that don't know exactly what I'm talking about here? It's almost like an assisted living facility where they have hospital beds there and everything else, nursing staff, CNA staff and everything else there to help people that have had strokes or any other kind of physical limitations that need, and they also have a rehab what's the word I'm looking for here? They have an in-house rehab facility there, so they do physical rehab and vocational rehab as well. So she's going to be there, I think, for another couple of weeks at least, getting stronger. And I can tell for a fact that every day she is getting a little stronger. That every day she does have rehab. But other than that, everything else is actually going pretty good here. I wanted to make this video as soon as I got power and cable back and everything, and so here it is. And I wanted to let you guys know that I survived the storm just fine. I know there was several people out there that were very worried about me and the storm, because it was a very large storm. At one point it was a Category 5, but I believe it made landfall as a Category 2 or 3. I know it was a Category 2 by the time I got up to where I'm at. So we did have 130 mile per hour winds, but honestly, that's not that bad. I've been through much, much worse. And I was actually watching the news earlier today, or the Weather Channel rather, and seems to be another hurricane that's taking the same path right now that Irma did. So I am keeping my eye on that storm and seeing it. So we might actually end up getting hit again. Hopefully not, but if by some chance we do end up getting hit by that as well, I will definitely, I'll come back and make a video once everything's done, once we get power back again and cable and everything, and let you guys know how we fared during that storm. But we'll have to watch it and see. It's too early right now to tell if it is going to hit us or if it's going to veer north or go south and skirt by us and hit Cuba and kind of go up into the Gulf of Mexico. It's too early, like I said, too early to tell yet, but I'm definitely keeping my eye on it and seeing where it goes. So I just want to say thank you to everybody that's contacted me on Facebook and left comments on my videos, my recent videos, and that were worried about me. And I just want to say thank you guys. Thank you so much. You don't know what it means to me to know that people care. People care enough about me to worry about me. guys, I couldn't ask for better subscribers, better people to leave comments on my videos. I couldn't ask for better. Guys, thank you. I do consider each and one of you my friends, part of my family, and you guys are awesome. Thank you so, so much. Hopefully this weekend I can get enough time up to where I can do a live show, do a live stream, and I hope to see you guys there. Thank you all for watching this, guys. And from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Thank you, guys. All right, well, as always, guys, vape hard, but vape safe.